Who would you give player of the game to if we had to? I guess.
Divios.
Would it because he got the win?
He won the game.
I don't know. I mean,
well,
there's
think
plenty of
about
performances.
it. The game ended off of Divios jumping onto Lassus, letting Snoopy get the kill, backing, teleporting back in, allowing his team to get the Fire Giant.
What an amazing performance by both
What a
teams.
beast.
Eager will probably be a little
but
disheartened
Snoopy-
by the loss.
Snoopy had
snipes.
so good.
Snoopy snipes.
One of the
Divios
two.
win. Lassus played great early game. Zapman coming back and getting that big petrify off that turned it.
Yeah, which brought Eager back into the game.
Guys, like, there's so many people you could give MVP to
Who
for that
cares
one.
about the picks and bans? Let's talk about that game forever.
Just keep going on. I mean, it was a long game, and I would cast that 5 times a week if I could. Give me that game every time.
Actually, at number 3, you're like, all right.
No, you'll find something different every single time you cast that one, for sure.
It's like watching Hot Fuzz. Speaking of which, Hinduman, what's your perfect Sunday?
A repeat of that last game.
Fair enough.
There we go. Ao Kwang banned out. Geb banned out.
We're in the same position.
Over again to Eager, and where they're going to throw that leg spam.
Now, last time this was Freya.
And it's going to be again. Please tell me doing a gentleman's agreement. Please.
Run it back.
Please run it back. Just run it
Or
back.
production's messing with us. They're going to run it all the way through. And
I'm
then
going to go, nah, it's different.
And then it's going to be like Opwash. Like.
It's going to be, yep, Ymir taken away again. Where are we going with Eager's first pick? The last time round, they did pick, was it Serqet?
Bellona.
No, Bellona last time it was.
Bellona, and then I think it was Serqet Isis.
Serqet Isis, let's go. Let's go.
Okay. It was Serqet Athena, excuse me.
Okay.
Serqet Athena. And then we had the Agni come out with maybe Medusa.
Athena again.
Okay.
See, normally we go through all the picks and bans, but we're just hoping it's going to be the same.
We're just really excited for the run
I
back.
just wanted the run back to
I
happen.
really want to watch that game again. It's a good game, man.
What's TSM second pick?
Oh, come on.
Oh, they stole away Lassus' Agni. They don't want to deal with that this time round.
Boosh just ruined everything.
Boosh. For shame. For
God,
shame.
man.
So, what are we going to see from Eager then? Will they take Isis instead?
I think Lassus is the only person that would play Anubis, and I would like to see him do it.
Zapman's a Medusa, pretty good last game. Going to
Yeah.
run that one back for himself. They do have the option here to pick up the mid lane and now before the counterban phase. Could be the Isis, like we said, and we know Lassus' Isis is very strong.
It's true. Plus, again, Circular Protection, one of the, if not the most valuable move in the game right now. But no, it's going to be Serqet.
So they take that one away from Dagaz this time, both trading out each other's picks for now. TSM, though, they have an option available to them. Will they look for Rama here for Snoopy, or will they look to pick up something else?
They're probably going to save their solo for last. Divios has a huge god pool, great understanding of matchups, so they're going to want to try to keep that counter pick for last. It will be the Rama.
Isis ban I expect from TSM here.
That
Take it away
seems
from
the most
Lassus,
likely.
potentially, and then what will we see Lassus go to? We've seen some Zhong out of him in the past, some Ra he's very good on as well. Poseidon, I mean, that's where we... Oh, Giannis as well. Forgot about him. How can I forget Giannis?
Ares, though. They Polar Bear Mike did a lot of work last game.
Ares. Respect to Polar Bear Mike and how he played that one out last game. He really helped to dominate Eager's early game because of that, God.
It's possible we could see a Sylvanus picked up for TSM, throwing Athena into the jungle still.
I mean, last time these two did face off in the previous split, we saw Athena run by Detica in the jungle twice.
Oh, Detica, excuse me.
But it's on TSM side this time. Thor going to be banned out away from Dagaz. You don't want to give him that because last game he went Serqet, so you didn't have to worry so much.
Will they steal away the Sylvanus?
Patiently waiting to find out. I'm really sad it's not the same picks, though, honestly. I just want the same thing. Just the same thing over again. TSM, they look in here now for a jungler and a solo laner. Potentially Athena could go into both those roles, though. We'll find out as it's going to be Kali locked in.
Character is incredible, has a good matchup against Serqet, does very well against Medusa. The only trouble is that Bellona does have the disarm plus block stacks.
And if we see this go late game, we're not going to see it go as long as it does against a Kali. Kali goes off in the late stages with a full build.
Whoa.
The Ra pick.
So normally I'm 100% down with this, but Ra's heal is completely countered by Agni bombs, and they just put a non-mobile mage against Kali.
Well, Ra's very effective in push strategy. When you're ahead, when you're behind it, it's a little bit harder to get the sustain off, but double sustain coming out with the Sylvanus pickup as well.
It's a lot of healing.
For Eager. It is a lot of healing across the board.
Probably the best pickup here would be Chang'e. Does decently against Bellona, has counter healing for the end game.
How much Divios has Divios really played?
He doesn't play mages at all.
So if he doesn't play mages, we're going to see a warrior then, and it's going to be... You lied. That's technically a mage.
That's a guardian?
Technically a mage.
No, it's technically a guardian.
Magical, yeah, magical.
It's magical guardian.
Magical. But it's going to be Sobek.
It's technically a warrior.
Talk to me about the Sobek pick, because we've not seen that.
Well, this is the same thing. This is the healing reduction.
Oh, is that Sobek Vrionic? Athena jungle and Kali solo?
It's... No.
You sure?
We don't see assassins from Divios. I would be very hard-pressed to assume that he's going to pick it. I think it's going to be Solobek.
And Solobek in this meta?
I think he's looking for that Divine Ruin.
He doesn't have the wave clear early on without the hog, though.
Let's find out.
It is going to be Devios on Sobek again. Now, this is something we've not seen since the nerf to Hog, because Hog is used to be very effective at helping to clear the wave out in the early game.
But they need the healing reduction. Remember, Sickening Strike is a 50% heal reduction. With Divine Ruin, it's 90, which means
And I guess
Polar Bear might get shut down, Lassus gets shut down, Zatman's healing gets shut down, Omega sustainability through Scourge gets shut down. It's a very valuable move and a very smart
if he
pickup.
doesn't go Hog, he can go Blink and Weakening Curse and be very effective on the front line for his team then.
Expect the Weakening Curses to come out in droves here.
Well, here we go. Let's go into game 2, 1-0 in favor of TSM after that game. And Lassus at the moment, he's going to be starting over at the blue buff by the looks of it, or at least for the time being. He's going to defensively hold the option of where they're going to start, but we may see the AFK start.
Oh,
these
they're
guys.
pinging. They're pinging. They're going to be going in. They're going in against
There's a ward.
Who is Kali's target? I
wards,
want
though.
to know.
Is that ward going to spot them? No, it won't. They don't have vision of this pathway at all, TSM. And 3-man invade is coming out. They're doing the paradigm start on this backside, though. So will Eager go for the blue buff or contest the speed?
Divios needs to peek over this wall. He's not going to. This should be first blood for Eager.
Well, it's going to be a paradigm start, like we said, in the Path of Flames will be used already by Boost, so he won't be able to do much in this engagement. Omega, Devios, and Degars have to back away from the 3-man team. Lassus holding his ability for now for the execute more than anything. Actually going to drop a heal here. Devios waiting with a tail whip more than likely to try and bring this one down. Who does that speed go to?
It went to Dare. Divios chose tail whip very early, didn't get the Sickening Strike, which probably would have gotten it. But Dare, wow, they're going to be real greedy here.
I don't think this is greedy, though, because you're trying to deny as much to Kali as possible in the jungle. Put her behind DM
But
early.
it's not going to happen here. She's taking the mid camp. She'll be able to counter-initiate into the enemy jungle. They'll have the much superior push, plus access to the left camps here. Remember, Lass is still level 1.
Lassus is going to be behind because of this invade, but he's going to put Omega ahead, and he's going to put Derticare ahead by a little bit for the time being. And you'll see if they're going to try and abuse that in the mid lane.
You see the greed. Derticare actually dashing through the wave. Proper use of the heal as well. Lass is taking some damage here, but Dare being aggressive and very smartly.
Really good poke from him as well. These left-hand Harpies are still standing, so this should even out those Harpy trade that we saw in the right-hand side from TSM. So Eager are coming out on top so far.
But you'll see left-hand purple still available. This is very important on the top side.
Where did the red buff go in TSM's jungle?
I would assume they did some kind of 3-camp start. Is it on?
No, is it Ionic on it? No, Snoopy's
it's
got it. So they've kept the purple buff up and taken the red instead.
Strange strategy.
They did back Harpies, and I guess when they saw the invade, they wanted to go for the red instead, maybe? Keep it off the map. But that's going to deny Kali more farm, right? Unless she comes over the purple.
She's going to need to go over there for the purple. I think what she's waiting for is the back camp respawn. They're going to clear here. Left back camps into purple is a possibility.
Omega did just do his blue on his own. You can see that Lassus and Derticare sticking together, thick as thieves right now to bring down their own speed. Probably the back Harpies as well.
Good. Lassus.
They're giving the speed to Lassus.
I don't think that was intentional. Derticare tried to pick that up.
Maybe a small misplay there, but it's fine. Red buff is still standing on the left-hand side as well, so plenty of farm available as Degars has to rotate all the way over to soak some experience on this purple. You can even see Bush is coming too, because he's been denied some as well.
Well, Garz can't go in for the gank just yet. He doesn't have incense, which means his character doesn't have any CC. Before he gets to that point, he's going to have to split as many camps as possible. He got level 4 there. He'll split the back camps. Agni likely to hit this just with a flame wave and then run to lane.
It was a 4-man share then. Snoopy's actually just going to wait there. You see him stood there. He was waiting for the red buff that he had on to expire.
Yep.
And that's why the team took a little bit longer to bring that purple down, just so they could do that.
Polar Bear Mike is kind of out of position here. I'm very surprised to see that Snoopy dashed away. He wasn't in any immediate threat. Even if Polar Bear Mike had gone for the pull there was no follow-up.
Did they know
Zap.
where Derticare was, though? That's the question. And he would have been level 5 by this point. So the option of safety is there. Red buff still available. Derticare trying to camp mid lane here, and I think that Gars knows what's up, but he's not got ultimate right now, and if a snipe connects at the same time, we could see Gars take a tumble.
Now, the one thing that makes invades very weak if you don't get first blood is the fact that your camp timers are now going to be completely skewed. On the right side, the top side blue is going to be coming up long before, which gives Divios potential of invade probability on the later spawn of the bottom side.
Well, good news for the boys at TSM now. They have hit level 5 in mid and jungle, so Kali will have a little bit more survivability. Polar Bear Mike is only level 4 right now, so he's lost a little bit of experience as Ionic has soaked a bit more. We're going to have a quick pause, though.
That's right. Timeout coming out from, it looks like TSM. Coming out from Bush.
This invade from Eager, though, has worked out very well for them so far. It has delayed Kali a little bit in this game, but is it enough?
They need to keep the pressure on, right? Kali is the 26-minute time bomb. The game hits 26 minutes, and through spooling, she will have her core items. That's just how the character works.
So how do we deal with it? Midgardian Mail, we're looking at a Crippling Curse maybe, and what else? Just control, Witchblade?
Witchblade's very good. I think a Runic Shield would be very smart, being able to shut down that magic damage and Kali's attack speed. You don't have to worry about Kali's power. Once the penetration comes online, it's going to rely on penetrating for the chin size, so the attack speed getting hit is big. Midgardian Mail, like you said, Enfeebling Curse could be big, but a Weakening Curse might still be better on that.
Maybe with Omega, because you can go Heavy Hammer for the attack speed slow, Witchblade later on if required, Midgardian Mail, make Omega this sort of brute tank that can just keep Kali out of the fight with disarms constantly.
It's true. Disarms are very important at this stage. She's got to be careful about her beads usage, because if she beads to go in for the kill and it runs out and she gets disarmed, she's still going to be useless for another 2 seconds.
Still going to be useless. So the boys of TSM are up against it so far. They were last game as well, and Eager, well, went all the way to the wire with that last game. I don't think we've seen the game that close before.
That was...
In terms of Titan base racing, that was the closest I've ever seen it.
That was awesome.
It was.
It was just awesome.
Really good. And now, Lassus rotating over to this left-hand side here.
What
They're expecting this purple to be up. They have not read the timers correctly. They think their purple was up. I don't think they noticed that Snoopy had the red.
That's something that's very important. I think that's up to Polar Bear Mike to be calling out here. It's like, oh, wait, Snoopy had the red, and now Snoopy has the purple on him right now.
Kind of threw them off that because they thought it was going to be available. Polar Bear around the back will find Boosh and force the dash. Doesn't find the pull, unfortunately. If he did, that could have been a dead Agni.
Smart rotation from PBM and Dare to Care. This is going to give them a chance to get these camps on right. The question is, do they have the rotation potential to get both on left as well?
But Speed and Blue have come back up as well for TSM, and Eager already on the way over there. I think this is why Polar Bear Mike's come here. Look where Omega is doing the blue already. Speed is spawning soon after this. The timers mean that Blue will come up first. Ionic is here too, as is Dagaz. Blue already fallen.
Divios had already back to the base, though. It's going to be about another 15 seconds before we see him, unless he teleports.
He did just teleport in, as you called it. Nail on the head, but speed buff will be secured by TSM. Eager just take the win on the blue buff alone.
Now, Sobek and Bellona, it's actually a pretty strange matchup, because Bellona still has great clear and probably superior clear, even though he can tail whip this every time.
Yep, so you can't get the full bludgeon damage off ever against the Sobek.
You notice how late Divios waited for that as well? That comes down to the fact that while she's casting that bludgeon, she's technically not doing any damage. So he's min-maxing his ability to stop her damage by waiting until the cast is almost over. Very smart.
Wise call by Dare to Care and Polar Bear Mike to drop the blue so there was no invade on it. Sobek's going to swing in and go, oh, the blue's down. Gaz was looking for it too, not going to find it. He should know the speed's a little bit delayed on this side though as well, because obviously his own was invaded. The red buff is available for Eager, and that's why you see Lassus and Dare to Care there right now.
Just proper gold stripping and proper invading have net Eager about 1,000 gold in advantage. In fact, let's take a look at the graphs. Remember, very little fighting has gone on.
Very little fighting indeed. Just the early aggression in the jungle that was just faded away. Garzdo making a big rotation over for Omega here, and that flip from Divios, well, it does push Omega back towards his own tower.
Eagles Rally is still available. Incense good off the shield wall. Oh, no, he's going to push him away.
Not going to dive in. The Eagles Rally was available.
Got the ult, though.
All she wrote. Maybe they're looking for the speed, though. That could be the call here.
Yeah, I think that is, and it's blinking, and it's up.
Good timing, but guess who's there in the jungle? The Scorpion is here. Divios, though, didn't feel it. I guess they're worried about the teleport coming out from Omega,
nice dodge.
Which he did just get.
Oh, a nice dodge again, both of them. And look at Divios right here. He activates his ult. He's going to clear the wave immediately, force Omega away. Plus, remember, it gives him a ton of mana back, but he's backing.
He's not going to find it at all, and see Polar Bear Mike rotating over here. Boosh does drop a bomb over the wall a little too late for the speed buff, and Dare to Care finds his own again.
Over on right side, we're going to see Dare to Care try to make the advance. I don't see him getting this kill, though.
It's such a patient game, this, because we were so aggressive last game. Will Dare to Care go for this, though? The ultimate is down on Divios, remember.
Yeah, he's dead.
Did manage to find the kiss of the max range as he pushed himself away. Bludgeon does connect. Athena is here, though.
Turnaround potential.
Divios is tanky. With that Vanguard, he's going to live.
Between the Vanguard and the 25% damage reduction, Athena not only gets him out of there safely, but will be able to hold this wave. Remember, we just had some ultimate usage.
Maybe baited a little bit by Ionic there into a bad situation. Doesn't have his... Oh, he does have his Eagles Rally available. My mistake, he did just come back up. Forgot the cooldown was so low.
That bludgeon damage. By the way, did you notice that he threw the Scourge off the creep wave? It looked like he missed there, but that was intentional. He's actually using this to get the passive of the Scourge, which is massive health regen. Look at that.
Big health regen for Omega there. He's maxed out that Scourge.
That's right. Instead of going into the bludgeon, which he knows Divios can deal with, he maxes out his health sustain and damage and disarm potential.
That's
very smart.
Going aggressive on Divios again. Still no ultimate available. No Ionic ultimate this time on either. Surrounded by 4. The stun from the Gauze buys him a second, but the snipe from Lassus is good.
He dodged the Eagles Rally too. Lassus very smart to cover the option away, cover the dodge potential. Getting first blood there onto Divios is going to be big, because shutting down Sobek is probably more important than shutting down Kali, because remember, this is a very heal-heavy comp. if it gets to the point where Divios can't tank 3 people and stay in the team fight forever, his healing reduction becomes much less effective, which means Kali won't be able to get the kills as fast as she usually can.
Well, Polar Bear Mike now in middle lane as well. Does still have ultimate available, not wasted on Divios over there as well. And so Eager find themselves in a small advantage once again. But this is a lot, in a way, it's a slower game in terms of aggression, right? By this point, we'd had like 7 to 9 kills at 9 minutes in.
1 kill so far at 8 minutes.
Much slower paced game from both of them. Not that it's been lacking interesting tactical decisions from both teams.
All right, 8 minutes in here. Gold Fury still available. You see Zatman going for it.
I like the call from him actually going for this as well. Yannick not aware of it right now. He should be able to hear it and see what's going on.
He took some damage there.
Swing round, and Bush is still here as well. But leap over the ball from there together. They were lucky for Bush, who Path of Flames away, gets a big stun onto 3, and maybe they can reaggress.
Wow, big taunt, gonna find 2. A lot of trouble here for Dare, who is out of mana. Do they have pressure to go forward? Beats, wow, okay.
Beats the curse to get out of it, and Polar Bear Mike's the one to get caught. Great Petrify onto Ionic to save Daretica. Zatman might get caught though as well. Has Lacerate to get away. Snoopy snipes, finds 1 and helps with the second that Bush secures on Zap.
Everything was perfect there from Zatman. And I think, honestly, Zatman trading away for himself for Dare might be a better point because Dare is already starting to fall behind, but Snoopy is just something you can't forget about. His control is so great.
Lasses we trust with the snipe. In Lasses we trust. Will he get it on time? No, the reset happens at the right opportunity. They took a lot of poke from it, but they'll get the Gold Fury.
See, that is really great presence of mind. They're like, all right, Lasses is going to look to do this. We'll just reset it as it happens, just in case he hits it. It'll heal up a bit. We'll go back in. Lass has no more damage. Gold Fury for free, 2 for 0. And Zayadin to the graphs.
To the graphs indeed. Gold is now even. All that hard work that Eager put in, controlling the enemy jungle through the start.
I hate to be crude, but that just sucks. Their early game, the first 8 minutes were incredible.
Fantastic performance.
Constant invade, stripping away gold in all lanes. They get first blood, they get the only kill, and one little mistake, and everything just falls.
And it was that mid-harpy fight is where it all came from. They committed for it, didn't find the pick they wanted to on Bushu, spun that around, and Ionic went, well, 3-man taunt.
Well, the taunt was the big deal. Ionic just thread the needle right down. He found the taunt onto Dare to care, and the big deal was that Dare spent too much mana in that fight, ran out of mana, no way to get out of there. Zatman finds the paralyzed, but he used so much to get into the fight. And then Snoopy the God comes out of the sky once again with the Hellfire, finds 2 kills, puts his team massively in the lead.
Gotta be honest. Oh, blinking from Dare to care, looking for Ionic on the backside here. Full combo, using him into a Petrify. It does not connect.
No.
Wrath of Terror did though, and the pull is gonna stop. That was a big pull from Mike, but maybe the snipes from Snoopy can be good.
He spotted him, got 1, got 2, finds the 3rd and turns it around. 1 for 1. Snoopy again. 2 versus 3, still finding an even trade.
Big turn for Snoopy there. Meanwhile, nothing else really going on. Talalaya Mega under pressure in this lane. Still had Eagles rally, so they don't overcommit under the tower.
His teleport's up. Not going to lose too much for that. Very smart to save this Eagles rally as well, because if he used it immediately, the Nimble Strike would have followed it up, so great play there.
Great play from them, and Eager trying to pressure this tier 1 tower. Look at Mike, going to tank it up to try and get a few extra pokes in on this. That man feeling like trading with Snoopy a little bit. Snoopy, though, he's got Athena coming back in. Respect Athena, you all forgot about it. Now Mike's in trouble.
Mike's going to go down here. They got to try to find the Lacerate stop if they want to kill him as well.
Bush is coming as well. Snoopy, though, did take a big bit of chunk of damage there.
Look at the coverage.
Zap's got to wait nicely there. Oh my God, Zapman, that was nice.
That was a very strange drop. Usually Bush is a little bit faster than that. That was about a half second behind.
I think Snoopy more than anything had to position himself differently than he wanted to more than anything else. He had to play safe when Zap got that burst off on him.
That's true.
And Zap positioned himself even better, got himself out of a terrible situation.
Gar's trying to fight in a Dare. Dare should be fine here. Still has an escape coming up in 2 seconds.
A little bit of poke there. Devios looking to see if that blue buff is up. Has found it is available. That tier 1 tower on the solo, though, is very low.
That's true. This is the problem with Sobek. This is why we don't see him in the meta right now. It's just he gets bullied very easily. His jungle has been invaded repeatedly. His tower's almost dead. But remember, his goal isn't to win this lane. His goal is to get to endgame with Kali and shut down Lassus' potential to heal.
Now, Breastplate of Valor is being worked on by him as well. I believe that's what we'll see out of him here. Could be Mail of Renewal, but Breastplate should be very effective for the extra mana he's going to get for that, the cooldown reduction, and the fact he's having his blue stolen all the time.
Remember, it's a huge mana game. I think there's, what, 350 mana on that thing after the nerf? Zayden, if you could hover over Breastplate of Valor, please.
So yeah, 300 mana. Physical protections as well, which is going to be good against that Serqet and that Bellona.
But remember, Sobek's ultimate will also grant him a % of his mana back. Increasing his mana pool means he can stay in the fight for even longer.
So hitting multiple things with the same item. Good work from him. 12.5 minutes in now. You can see the scoreline has got up a little bit to 4-2, as gold is still even between these two after the start Eager had and the comeback for the Gold Fury.
Divios getting chased down, clearing the wave efficiently, though. You see Omega's not as dominant as he was previously. Last is by himself here in the mid lane. PBM to join him soon. No mid camps to fight over, so you're not going to see a lot of presence here. Just wave clearing.
It's just farming and waiting for the opportunity now from both teams. It's who's going to be the aggressor. And I feel when Eager's the one to be aggressive, it's TSM that have flipped it on its head this game. And maybe we'll just see Eager hold off and wait for TSM to make the mistake this time.
Speaking of mistakes, they might overcommit here. Dare, yeah, perfect. Oh, but the incense turnaround, so smart.
Gars is going to be forced to use ult. I think no, he's still patiently not using it, but did after the Petrify connected with him. Snoopy took to the sky, looking for the snipes. Oh my good God!
Me? Are you serious? He shot one and then juked his mouth for another and then juked back for the third. Not only having insane mechanical prowess to hit all three abilities, but finding huge reads right there to pick that kill off. That is, he is not of this world.
There's no other commentary needed for that one. It was just what I said. Oh my good God. Lasses did go for the snipe under Gars, but Gars well aware of it. Divios though is fighting Omega in his own jungle.
It's a short cooldown. Why not go for it?
I think he stole that one away as well. But yeah, I agree with Lasses. Lasses should always go for the snipe in those situations. What a snipe. Individual bit of play from Snoopy. Zatman a little bit caught here. Lacerates away. He's got teammates though.
They're trying deep here. Zatman's going to get picked off as well. Ionic getting kind of low. Could still force away. Nice damage from Boosh. That's going to be a 1-for-0 again.
Through the sustain as well of that. And Omega here, a bit caught out of position, a little bit weak. Does have Eagle's Rally, trying to save onto it though. But he may have to use it soon.
Yeah, he's getting to the point where he's about to be killed.
Will Boosh go in? Sorry, will Divios go in? No, he will not. Gold Fury has spawned though on this side.
Gars.
I think Divios is going to do this.
Yeah, he's just going to try to slow him down as long as possible. Yeah, look at Gars in the jungle. Eagle's Rally's been used, and you are dead.
Got baited into using Eagle's Rally defensively, sorry, offensively to an extent to keep Divios there. He will fall down, but maybe Dead to Care can make them pay.
He does not hit the Cobra's Kiss the way that he needs to and recognizes that he has to back off. Now, Destruction is not available. He chooses the wrong target, though.
He's dead. Oh, the bleed from the Gars will pick up the kill at the end.
He needed to hit Gars. It was really important that he did that.
Making the rotation, looking for the snipe if he can find it. I don't think he's going to get there in time, though, unfortunately.
Lassus, I think, is the target here for Kali, so he has got to be careful. I'm pretty sure Polar Bear Mike died in the last engagement. We already know that Zatman did, although it could have switched to Zatman.
Gold Fury just went down, though, for the side of TSM on the other side. We've been watching this fight for so long.
That's the target. Gars would not be chasing this otherwise.
He wouldn't be chasing it with the support there either, but the beads were preemptive. Snipe! Oh! Wait, what is with this game?
It's definitely his target now.
What? Well, if it wasn't before, I guarantee you. But
nice shot!
This is crazy, this game. What great players out of these two teams so far. Gold Fury did drop in amongst of that, so let's have a little look at the golden experience, please, item. We can see the drop is now in favor of TSM for the first time in this game, honestly.
Zatman, you got to let that go. Let that go! Oh, he's going to keep Bear.
Well, the good news is Snoopy's got a back now. He's got a minion wave coming in. He could try and pressure the tower with this if nobody comes to defend, but Ionic is on the way back.
Yeah, I really thought that there was going to be a big rotation if Zatman wasted his ult there. Ionic should be able to hold this tower. I say should. Let's find out.
It's a couple of hits away. Lassus might just try and tank this up. Oh,
nice shot.
That's severing pain onto him as well. Boosh pokes a little bit more than he wanted to. He's also taking those minions too now. The tower will fall. Snipe! Not this time, Lassus. Close, but
I was about to say that Lassus' aim has been perfect, but that time, Boosh was not getting hit by that.
Right, it was real close, though, to be fair. Zatman's going to discover the Gold Fury's down if he's not already, and blinking from there, looking for Divios again, but lurking in the waters, immunity.
That would actually waste any chance that Dare to Care has for reinitiation. With Cobra's Kiss being down, he's not going to get the big poisons off. Divios has way too much defense.
Zap could be in a bit of trouble there. Actually going to back away and get his purple just in time, but pressure on that tower as we tune back into the solo side. Blue buff being stolen away.
It's actually comical to see how many blue buffs he has lost at this point.
Gars just blinked in there, going aggressive, pops the ultimate early as well. Going to get hit by the last breath from Dare to Care, who gets bombed by Boosh as well, but still, he survives.
Oh, the poison has spread to 2. A lot of damage coming through. Dare to Care is still alive. Divios barely able to escape there. Ionic and Boosh should be able to get out of this one.
Boosh doesn't have Path of Flames for a little while. There's the snipe coming out from Lassus, not going to connect. Luckily, the Path of Flames came out just in time. As the trade on the charts, you can see it was just the Gars that fell.
Yeah, that heavy hammer doing a lot. Oh, hey.
Divios still feeling it there.
Yeah, that was That was weird.
Little bit risky. Little bit
That
risky.
was a little weird.
Well, down mid lane, Hunter's...
He's not backing now.
Hunter's dueling once again. Zapman going to retreat to the edge of his tower for safety. He does have the tower advantage. Snoopy trying to trade it back, but realizing there'll be reinforcements on the way.
Again, very close game. 1,200 gold
Really
separate,
close.
and it's going to shrink here. Wow, no, Devious made it back. Wow, did not expect.
This is really good play from Eager, in my opinion, though, more than anything else, because look at the gold differential. They've lost 2 Gold Furies, and it's that close,
Yeah,
right?
700 experience means nothing. 1,000 gold at this stage is as close to nothing as you can see, right?
It's like 5 wards, 5 sentries.
Yeah.
That's all it is in gold difference. It's not that much. Left harpies are on point to be spawned and taken immediately by Eager as well. That'll close the gold gap a little bit more. Omega has finished Heavy Hammer and has gone for Hide of the Urchin this game.
Snoopy getting some free farm though. Oh, running away. Look at that
Nice,
presence of
rotation.
mind to get out of there.
We saw the sentry ward just at the edge of the Gold Fury there where he saw Dead to Care, and he's been blinking on people's faces consistently.
I don't think they should go for this. Snoopy should be able to hold this off if they try to dive.
Mid lane, Ra is trading, but there's a good top from Ionic. That's going
Oh,
to force
wow.
beads on Dare to Care. Degaz might look for this one too. He's hanging around as Devios is actually mid lane trading off with Lassus.
Very
Omega.
surprising beads usage there from Dare to Care. I didn't really see a follow-up, but given the fact that they're level 3 and only a 90-second cooldown, it's safe than sorry.
What
Very
happened
smart.
with TSM then though? Because Omega just got tier 1 tower in the right for free as Devios rotated mid.
Yeah, and he's going to continue pushing. Divios going to be forced back. Gold lead shrinks even more.
Yeah, it's just going to even things up a little bit more. And once again, it's Eager with the tower advantage. They're doing well to hold it to control objective-wise mostly. Gold Fury is not so much this game, but tower certainly.
Lassus rotating around in the longest way I think I've ever seen.
Oh, big blinking from Dare to Care looking for Boosh, but presence of mind was good to make sure he got away with those Path of Flames.
Tower stands just barely though. One hit basically remains on that tower, so 500 gold effective right now is added to Team SoloMid if they can rush that down.
So let's have a look itemization. You can see Ra in the mid lane, Chronos Pendant, Medjai's kind of standard. Looks like we're going to see a Book of Toth out of him next up. Across the way though, Boosh has finished off the Spear, Book of Toth, and Shoes of the Medjai, so his damage is doing well. Both of them though, 2-0 and 1 right now.
4 to 8. Gold Fury's coming back up soon. Hinderman.
We've had big bursts all the time of action in this one. It's not been like consistently like we did last game when we saw extended team fight after extended team fight. It's been more calculated from both teams here, both looking for an opportunity.
12 kills in 20 minutes.
Yeah, it's not a slow game by any stretch, but it's been a tactical one.
Diving in, Lassus. That's a
beats.
3-minute beats.
They do get
I'm
the
sorry,
beats.
1.5 minute beats, but they get the tower.
That was more for the tower than the kill, really. If they had the
Yeah.
opportunity for the kill, they would have gone for it, but they get the tower.
That global EXP gold is very important at this stage.
Just to trade it out in the map position as well, more than anything else. So that just opens mid up completely to both sides to have to fall back to tier 2s for defensive usage.
Can we check out Snoopy here? I want to see how close to level 20. No, still a little over half a level, so it will be a while. But those Astral Barrages have been so key for him, and getting increased damage on that would be so important.
Really, really big for the boys of TSM. Gold Fury has respawned now. You can see both teams vying for control of this area. Snoopy really wants to get his purple buff here, and he's got to make sure it's clear before he heads for it.
Again, a lull. Maybe even a calm before the storm is over. Mega opts to be the one to pull it.
This is an opportunity for them to go for it. There's the ultimate from Ionic, so Eager, reset,
That's a
knowing
win.
they got Athena's ult.
Yeah.
And also, Devios teleported in too, so they don't lose that tier 1 tower for this either so far.
Omega out of position. Divios, though, missing the charge prey and beautiful taunt.
Just
Divios
dead.
is gone.
Can they snipe him in time? That's the question. Will he be able to get out? No, he will
Snoopy.
fall down. Snoopy's in the sky. Where's he sniping?
He's
He's
got
going to
him.
find Dare to Care. One shot on Omega. Where's the next one going to go? Not onto Omega this time. Polar Bear Mike. He's trying to body block for his team. Good route. Good petrify.
Wow.
Good snipe. The Gauze has the run now. The ultimate will buy him a second. He's trying to bring down Omega, but the big, heavy bludgeon hammer hits.
That's very important kill there, taking away their carry damage. Now Lassus can move back to the front line, given the fact that he was the target. Really great play and good turnaround from Eager. That looked like it was going to be TSM's.
That was Eager baiting them into that fight too. Omega's going to be able to teleport back in here as well. They may re-aggress. Are they going to look for fire or just push down mid? Well, they root Snoopy, forcing the roll early. They've got no other follow-up for that for the time being. Maybe they'll just go for gold.
TSM didn't realize that they weren't going for gold there and almost got picked off again. I think Eager was looking for 2 more picks. If they found it, it would have been the Fire Giant, but instead they washed that out. They're going to get a free Gold Fury as Zayden will once again bring us to our lovely graph.
Now the thing is, TSM ran that team fight. They were trying to run down Eager, but Eager were like, hang on, channel them through this gap. We've got Petrify, we've got Snipe. They're going to funnel themselves into an alleyway, and we can swing this back around, and that's exactly what went down.
Every single team fight that we have seen Eager win has been a result of Zapman's Medusa ult being flawless.
And that's the real big thing this god has to her advantage at the stage. If she can get 1, 2 members out, people forget about it because you're having to deal with things like all the time stuns, taunts, and when you get hit by a Petrify, you just don't see it coming sometimes.
Well, they're rotating over to right, get some free experience here. The right side of the map is now the key once again. They got to make sure that they're controlling the area with the Fire Giant. Snoopy trying to work his way back. You're going to see him catch this wave before the tower goes down, trying to save some golden experience for his team.
Yeah, tower's still going to stun, as you said. And Snoopy does hold his as well. Beats online only for Ra in the mid lane. Will we see a heavenly agility out of him, do you expect? Or will it be like Blink later on?
It's hard to say. I mean,
I've seen him do both.
I think first things first is we're going to see these items start getting finished up by Snoopy. Let's take a look at Golden Hand and see how far Snoopy is away from getting this crit.
He's looking for the Rage, and he needs 1,255, I believe, to finish that one. He's only at 500 right now. Would have been a bit closer if they got that Gold Fury, but it was Eager that took that one away from them. And with that, have the gold lead for the time being. That man as well, he's working towards his first bit of crit, so the Hunters starting to hit their peak right now.
I would like to see him get a little bit more gold, back immediately, sell that Death Toll, maybe even the Ward if he needs to, and get that Rage online.
Back to farming from both teams. Lass is swinging around to the left-hand side here. Knowing Tier 1's down, they're going to pressure the Tier 1 left instead. And just pick up a little bit of an extra gold and map position once again for themselves. Lass is just there for safety. They need to be careful about heading to the jungle, though, because reinforcements for TSM are here.
Yeah, Gar's right to the back line. Snoopy not following up very quickly. Lass basically taking no damage.
Beats, though. He did use his beats.
Oh, that's important.
He's just gone on cooldown. It is 90 seconds, though, so they can hold off for now.
So 2 things. One, we know that Kali's target is Bellona, meaning Omega has a lot of trouble against this. He doesn't have a lot of physical protection, and there is a ton of penetration on the side of Kali. Although she went into
heavy hammer.
She went into Rage.
And he's going Ringforge, and he's got Hide of the Urchin. I mean, protection-wise, it should be okay, right?
Kali went into crit with a very low damage build. This is going to be a detriment to his ability to kill through that Bellona. Number 2, Divios has gone into Divine Ruin, so a lot of that healing is going to be shut down.
Better shut down the heal, and the blue buff being contested by both teams here. Everybody is here from both sides. Snoopy tailed off at the back there, but we're going to see a big fight over a blue buff. A little bit risky from both teams, this.
Oh, Gar's taking a lot of damage. 3-man.
Big beats, big taunt from Ionic, looking for the taunt, and now we're going to see Dagaz have to jump away, and he's going to have to be forced to use the ultimate from the Eagles. Rally did get used from Omega, who's going to force Dagaz out of this fight. Snoopy's in the sky.
He's looking for damage. Of course, he hits 2, misses the 3rd.
If he hit that 3rd, that would have been death. Omega now surrounded by 4 members of TSM.
Lots of damage coming out from Snoopy. Beautiful pullback. Medusa's ult wasn't pinged this time. Will that be the reason Eager does not win this fight?
Ionic kept 4 people busy with a taunt. Snoopy pushing forward with Devios in tow. If he has a charge pretty soon, they could look for it. Gotta find Polar Bear Mike as well.
Whip to keep him back. The healing is reduced. He's not gaining anything. Lassus wasted that heal.
Athena ulted onto Devios there by Ionic. I'm not sure if they thought they were going to go all the way in. They chose not to instead. I think the call is for Fire Giant, and this is what's my concern, DM, is that fight, whoever lost it, could probably lose Fire.
By the way, all 3 remaining members of Eager, one of them is the target. They're all squishy, but Gars does not have destruction right now.
Zapman did kill Devios on the backside and we were following through the fight. And Snipe was juked out by Dagaz's jump, and now he's looking for his attention to turn to the remaining 2.
They don't have a lot of ultimates available. Boosh, though, still has a bomb. Lays waste to Lassus. Yes, they get Divios, but they traded out a solo Guardian for 2 more.
Teleport is up for Omega, so there's still a percentage chance of steal.
No. You don't have any mana, man. You can't do things like this.
There's a small chance of steal from Omega still. He can teleport into this one. The Fire Giant is above 50.
Ooh,
there's Omega turned up. Maybe he can clean up some kills here. This fight's going to rage on. He's going to find Boosh. Boosh has to path and flames away. Great taunt from Ionic.
Dare might actually have this.
Looking for Gars.
Gars is
not going to heal.
Ooh, this won't be close.
Not going to heal.
Oh my god, he healed.
He healed
It wore off right at the end. Dare is probably fuming. An absolutely flawless play coming out from Gars, and now either PBM or Omega is going to be the target here.
Mike is here. The Eagles rally jumped away by Dagaz at the end. Ionic in a bit of trouble, but preemptive strike will save him. Who's that teleport? It was Devios. Not today, Sunshine. We're taking the speed.
No, he's trying again. He's like, I'm getting into this fight.
He gets into the fight and he's going to re-aggress. He's got Boosh and Snoopy here as well. Omega overextended, in trouble, stunned out, and surrounded by 3. He's going to fall.
The absolute devastating, destructive power of Kali burns down Dare to Care through her ultimate, gets himself alive. baits Omega to the back line. PBM gets baited as well. Omega will fall. Lassus, PBM, or Zapman, one of them is the target.
And now Boosh, instead of going for the Fire Giant here, waiting for his teammates, he's going to push up this the solo lane for the time being. There's a full minion wave coming. Snoopy taking away the blue buff for the time being as well. Maybe we'll wait for his team now to do Fire Giant once more.
Let's see here. Nope, going to start it up immediately. Let's see if he can tank it well.
Zap's doing gold right now,
oh, really?
as is Lassus. So they're going to get the Gold Fury, but I think they're going to trade out the Fire Giant unless Dare to Care is going to blink in and beat the gods for a second time.
He's trying. Nice.
Kept him busy.
Really great distraction.
Yep, and that's what he needs to do, because now Lassus and Zapman can get over if they need to, but Dare's going to fall here, I'm pretty sure.
He's back up there. Ambush is down. He's bleeding out. Yeah, he's dead.
Gars finds the kill. Lassus and Zap now swinging to mid lane. Polar Bear might be aggressed by Devios. Boosh going to zone him and get the stun into the bomb.
No.
Flipping him into Ionic, who can follow up with a taunt if needed. Rapid Terror good, but the stun from the Gars is better.
Healing.
And that'll be a dead tree.
He was not healing Snoopy from the sky.
That's too far. Too far out.
It's smart of him to wait there instead of canceling it, though, because while if he canceled it, he would have got there sooner. You got to remember there was still counter-initiation premise from Eager. They decide not to take it, and smartly, because that damage would have been big.
Bring up the golden experience for Residing, because I'm pretty sure it's still not that big of a lead in terms of gold experience, though, is in favor of TSM. But you can see that most people are starting to approach level 20, so that's not going to matter so much. Dead to Care level 16 is a big thing, I can see that.
Yeah, the important thing here is time spent dead. If we can bring that graph up on the left
not
side.
What we normally have very often, but
yeah, look at Dare to Care.
That's the reason he's down so much, but he's been doing what he had to, right?
I mean, he needed to die to save that Fire Giant. Before that, he needed to die to save the Fire Giant before that.
Yeah, so he's done it twice in a row, which understands why he's behind in levels right now.
But it's still costing him levels. It's costing him gold. His team is using him as a sacrificial lamb right now, and it's not really paying off aside from the fact that they're not losing the objective. They have to let Dare get some time to farm, and someone else has to take frontline position.
Well, the good news is right now is that Zapman does have a rage online. He's only 500 gold behind that of Snoopy, considering the scoreline between them 1-3 and 3 to 5-0 and 7. Only difference is Snoopy does have full actives.
7-17 kind of spells a lot of what's going on. To the same fact, though, it's still a very close game.
I'm surprised Boosh and Snoopy have both not died in this game at 30 minutes in.
Maybe Boosh. I'm not very surprised that Snoopy has.
Snoopy's position being so good. But to be fair, he sat on the back side for the most of these engagements and only really pushed in when they've been chasing.
By the way, Midgardian Mail coming out from Divios. Now remember, it's a pretty hefty auto attack build coming out from Omega with that Frostbound Hammer, so slows could be very important. On top of anything to shut down Zapman's damage is going to be great.
Well, Lassus did just finish Rodder Tahuti there as well, so that is available now. What else have we seen in the build?
That's a little curious to me to see a Rodder Tahuti on a Ra this early instead of some type of sustainability.
Maybe Lotus Crown, would you expect?
Right, but I mean, they can't really utilize the heal with the healing being reduced completely as well.
But even if it doesn't give you the heal, it still gives you the protection.
That's true. I was expecting something like a Winged Wand or movement speed to really get him around the map.
Well, maybe he'll end up in that anyway. Devious going aggressive on Dare. Dare didn't realize there was support from TSM so deep in his own jungle. Omega, he's going to have to back away soon, maybe get taunted out. Forced beads onto Omega there as well. So they're going to be down for the next 90 as Degaz steals that blue.
Zapman throwing away one of his Viper shots there, but a good shot from Lassus sends a lot of damage to Boosh.
Boosh is a little bit injured there, but he'll be okay for the time being as Devious going to continue pressuring this solo lane. At the same time, Polar Bear Man goes in. They're going to find Boosh with the root, and he's going to force his bees and disengage. Good call, but look at Degaz in the back.
Snoopy takes to the sky, looking for damage again. Devious not there to shut the healing down.
No heals reduced there whatsoever. Devios now turns up to the fight. Snoopy's ult on cooldown, beans on cooldown for Snoopy. He's going to be very careful on the backside as Dare to Care goes in very deep looking for the Boosh.
Oh, nice Deathbane right out of there. Boosh going to get very low. I don't think he's going to die, though.
He will live just about and he's going to immediately recall back to base. This fight has gone well for Eager so far. Omega being flipped into Snoopy, who's got to be careful. Devios tanking up the front line one spot. Ionic here with a taunt. Omega in trouble.
Devios, he doesn't have the... beautiful shot! Lassus hitting 3. Is it enough damage, though?
Well, they got Devios is the question. The tailwhip buys him a second, and then a full disengage from both teams. Nobody dies.
What in the hell?
But the good news is for Eager, they can regen right now.
Oh, yeah, look at
Wisps
that.
and heal.
Omega doesn't have teleport for another 16 seconds, so they want to try to keep him here for a little while longer. Snoopy, very smart to be doing these mid camps and healing himself up with these auto attacks.
Someone needs to zone right now, and nobody is. They've not seen it. Polar Bear Mike now has. Ionic is here. Snoopy is here. Snoopy still no beads available.
Fire still above half. They're going to have to initiate here.
Well, here we go. Snoopy.
Oh, no!
Big bomb from Boosh connects and takes out Lasses. Gars over the wall, jumps in. Snoopy and Ionic chasing down, looking for Zapman if they can find it through the wall. Shot does not connect. Blink from Ionic to get in reach. There's Zapman's life as well.
Disarm was really great. You saw Omega throw the Scourge over the wall to stop Snoopy getting the kill, but nobody was stopping Divios' sickening strike. That's a 2 for 0.
And you don't go for the Fire Giant at this stage. You get that tier 2 and pressure the Phoenix. I mean,
look
the
at Boosh.
respawns.
Look at Boosh's beautiful positioning. He covers the entire option in front, not only to make sure no one can aggress into this, but to clear any waves so they can ensure they can go right into the Phoenix. He has 2 bombs at least available, probably 3 at this point. They're probably going to get this.
Well, Ultimate is available for Omega and Dertiken. Polar Bear Mike has not got one, and I think they're going to have to give up this Phoenix. They cannot contest it. The first Phoenix of the game falls, but don't forget, guys, last game that happened too. Nika came back.
Snoopy right now has his ultimate. He's in a great position. Zayden, show us gold in hand here.
You can see gold charts as well, 7,000 in favor now.
1,500 in hand right now for Snoopy. Bring us back to the items.
I'm not sure what he's got left to really buy, though. I mean, he's got a Deathbringer, that's it.
That's crit, man. I mean, he's going to get at least a short sword here. It's another 10% chance to crit with the Rage on top of, you know, a little bit more damage as well.
Well, Fire Giant has stayed alive, sorry, because that Phoenix fell in place. So Eager can try and get some wall coverage there. You can see Polar Bear Mike heading over to start warding that one up. And at this stage, it's once again what we saw last time round, really. Eager are the ones that are on the back foot for the time being. But if they get a good Petrify, it can change.
All right, so Snoopy heading back after getting the purple. The short sword is online. Good damage going to be coming out there. Zapman, you'll note, has basically an even build despite being down 1,200
but
gold.
actives, it's not even. Zapman's going for the aggressive play, which I can understand here. He's trying to stay up with Snoopy, if not ahead of Snoopy in terms of damage, because he's looking to invest into crit and not go with as many actives. It can set him up for a bad time or a big, huge play.
Iana coming out of the base here with Boosh. Snoopy starting this up, trying to bait.
He can solo this if he wants to now, and I think that's what they're looking to do, is have him solo it down. Dertiken can probably look over and see that being done.
Throw some eyes on Kali here. Let's see what he's going to do.
He's going to zone out Polar Bear Mike, that's for sure. They know it's being done right now. Polar Bear Mike should have spotted that from the corner of his eyes. Gars is in a lot of trouble and bursting before he gets the ultimate off. The crit from Zapman is good, but the Fire Giant went to TSM.
Gars was a little bit too slow on the draw there. Didn't get the beads off in time to get the destruction active, which means no invincibility. He got a little bit too aggressive and he falls.
But the Fire Giant went to TSM. Now, can Eager use this 4v5 advantage in the later stages? 35 minutes again, this one, to try and push back some of these towers. Maybe push up the mid lane, get their lanes pushed out, and stop the Fire Giant being useful for them.
I mean, yes, they killed Kali, but the two seemingly unkillable mid laner...
Oh, the play from TSM
go.
going in. They're going to find Polar Bear Mike. He's going to die here, I think. Nope, Sustain's going to keep him up. Zapman forcing Divios away. Omega was busy farming the solo lane there and pushing that one out.
Divios still has a way to get in here. They're just going to try to wait for Gars. They have time for this. Gars up in 15. Fire Giant still active for many, many moons.
And Eager can't really push up because there was a fire minion wave actually at the Titan then, just blocking the next minion waves coming through. So they cleared it out for the time being. It's going to start piling down middle lane again, that fire minion wave. God Fury being cleaned up by Ionic here. That's going to be down for another 3.5 minutes for the time being. You can see 2-1 in favor of TSM in terms of those.
Ionic running around the map, just clearing up these placed objectives. Got a ward there, found a tree to kill. Zapman getting back in.
I think we're going to like 45, 50 minutes again, you know?
It's possible, but remember, Kali's back up. They have Fire Giant. They're going to try to rush down the left side. Divios is going to split push with this teleport. Very smart.
Oh, well, Boosh does blink away from the danger of Dertiken. Blink to blink response. Snoopy, though, looks for aggression on Lasses instead. He might get caught a little bit out of position there. Doesn't panic or beads, just rolls away.
Smart. The Midgardian Mail is doing work, though.
It is. It's Zapman in the jungle taking a bit of poke there. Good pull from Polar Bear Mike onto the Gars, but he brought him into Zapman's range. Zapman surrounded by the whole team.
Oh,
Snipe was
Lasses,
good.
no.
It was a good snipe, but he's going to get sniped by Snoopy in response.
And he's killed. Yeah, Snoopy finds 2, looking for the 3rd shot. Doesn't seem like he finds it, but I don't know that it was necessary.
Bit of a play here coming out from SoloMid.
I think that's it.
I think they can just walk down middle lane and end now. I mean,
Gars doesn't have the damage. It's up to Omega.
So what went wrong there? That engagement just like ended the game.
You know,
it's a bit anticlimactic, honestly, with how that game went.
Lasses was out of position. Zapman got caught early. They throw the heal down too early. Divios by that point was already in there. They relied too much on the healing comp, and Divios' counter pick to this anti-healing was so intelligent. And at this point, I don't know if they have the stopping power here.
Can they stop? Well, the Phoenix does just respawn, which is one thing. If they keep it in combat, they can still try and kill it. So it's still being chipped down. The Phoenix fell again, so now they can work on it once more. Dare to care. Did manage to find one. Snoopy is doing work on the back with no HP, though.
My
and they
lord.
will bring down Omega and the Titan.
Brutal.
TSM win.
Absolutely brutal. Early game for Eager was incredible.
That does not deserve to be put down as a 2-0 TSM, in my opinion. Poor Eager.
That was a really great set. Eager started off so strong. The invades were incredible. They recognized that Sobek doesn't have a lot, that Boosh is immediately going to dash if he's even on that side of the map. They take away both buffs. They find an early 1,100 gold lead without any kills.
But good work from TSM, in all fairness. TSM, from the beginning of this game, were behind both times because of First Bloods, I believe. Let's have a little look at that one.
Yeah, check this out. Lass is going to find the kill here. So beautiful. You're going to miss the ult here, but boom! Lass is going to find his. The Eagles rally, cover the option, and Lass is, again, so smart. Covers the only dodge option that he had. It was a guaranteed kill.
Well, what we should be doing really talking about TSM, because they're the ones that came back from being behind both times in that game. Snoopy was the MVP, and guess what? He's on the line with us right now. Good day, Snoopy!
Hello, hello.
So, Snoop, a few questions. Obviously, you played amazingly. One of the best games that I think we've seen, or best sets that any Hunter has played to date, man. So start off with the congratulations.
Well, thank you for that. It really means a lot.
Quick question for you, Snoopy. Eonic, game one,
Hand
bot
of the
hog.
gods.
What happened? Was it meant or was it a mistake?
That was a misbuy. Yeah, he had
You
he just
were
woke
right.
up and
It felt like a misstep.
he had his things. So what it was is you can set up the your
Auto
buying at the beginning,
Right.
and he just kind of like auto bought everything and like just wasn't even thinking about it and walked out. And he's like, well, dang, I have a hog now.
I was so excited that you'd actually thought about using it again. But hey, you guys played well, even with one active less than usual you're used to. Talk us through the games for yourselves, because it was a long game, that first one, and
Yeah.
you only just managed to win it.
Yeah, we got to talk about the base race.
Oh, the base race. The base race was probably the most hype thing out of the entire set. Divios was like, Gars, you just stop them. You stop them. I'm going to go get this. And Gars, like, I'm going back and forth between the two of them, and it's just, it's Gars, like, jumping between 5 people, and Divios just sitting there smacking up the Titan, like, doing as much as he can.
So
It's
close
pretty
between
crazy.
the two. What a great end to that first one. And then, that was only game one. You had to go into the second game. And to be fair, Eager did what they did first game and took an early lead.
Yeah, they definitely did, and I think we just, I think we had the better late game comp with the Kali and the Rama.
Yeah.
Although they did have the healing, we tried to shut that down with the Divine Rune Sobek and the
that was
Weakening
intended?
Curse. Yes.
See, I think that's such a great counter pick. You know, I almost questioned Divios' God Pull for not playing mages. I forgot he played Guardians. So good.
It worked out for him.
So, aside from the base race, which was incredible, you had one set of snipes from the sky where you shoot someone under the tier 1, they juke forward, you hit them again, and then immediately whip your mouse back for the read. Like, how do you feel after something like that?
Where can I get those hacks is what I really want to know.
I actually like screamed.
Did you?
I
did
was
too.
really excited. It was a speed buff Serqet, which is not the easiest thing
Yeah,
to hit.
for real.
Not at all.
But if you do hit it, she doesn't have much health pool,
Oh.
so she just went down.
Really good work by you guys today, especially after losing that game against Denial last week. You're now 3-1. How are you feeling about the rest of the season?
We're feeling really, really confident. I think we weren't on our game against the Denial, but today at the Eager, I think we really showed up, especially for the end game fights.
It was really incredible turnaround. Before we let you go, man, obviously, thank you for joining us. It was an absolute pleasure to be able to cast that set. Any shout-outs before we let you go?
I'd just like to shout out to TSM, and thank you for sponsoring for that, and all the fans. And I like to shout out my boy Lasses. I might have had some snipes last game, but he also had his own,
Oh,
and
yes,
they were pretty crazy.
Yes, thanks a lot for joining us, Snoopy. Good luck in the rest of the season to you. Don't forget, though, at home, boys and girls, it's still not over today. We've got one more game to come.
That's true, but I kind of want to watch that last set again.
Just watch it all over.
It's so great. Guys, we have one more set here from North America. COG and AFK trying to keep themselves undefeated here. We'll be back in just a few minutes. Stick around.
place you said we go. All this pain builds within. Footsteps fade, what could have been? Finally I feel more free.